Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris episode 11. We are role-playing as the Free Scruffy Peoples. We are this big pink blob over here on the side. We have some nice neighbours in the form of the Galactic Udkavongo Assembly. There you go. Above them, these guys are peace-loving and they're nice. They're our friends. We're in a sort of a... We've got agreements with them, so we'll look after each other, defensive pacts and that sort of thing. Above them, we have a robotic hive mind, and the next guys, they don't like me because they don't like these guys. When we met, they were all right, but then a couple of seconds later, they realised that we had a relationship with these folks, and they immediately don't like us. Thankfully, they are next to the Norani Interplanetary Hegemony. And they are god-awful fanatic authoritarian militarists, so thankfully they don't like these guys either. So the Nex and these guys, the Norani and the Nex, have been happily fighting each other in a sort of a stalemate war for ages. Nobody's got involved and it's been delightful. I have recently met these fellas over here, the Othethi? Ovithi? I'm going to say Ovithi. I probably forget that and get it wrong next time, but I'm going to say Ovithi. Ovithi. Try doing that when you're drunk. So anyway, these guys are Federation builders. They are like us, they're egalitarian, and they are also xenophiles, which is also like us. So if we knew them slightly better or weren't as far away, we would be able to have a right lovely time with these people. And I think perhaps in a little bit of time, as they have built up a bit of trust, we may actually be able to get these guys on board and have some of them come and live with us. And we might send somebody to go and live with them. But hang on, where are you living? You seem to be desert worlds. That would be really good because we've got some desert worlds or something, haven't we? I'm sure we have. Yeah, we have got some desert worlds. So if we could get some of them to come and live with us, we could colonise some of our desert worlds and some of the places where we, as water-loving people, don't really want to live. This is all in the future, though. We don't have to worry about any of that right now. As you can see here, we've got a lot of warnings and notices about things, and the reason for that is because we're in the middle of a war with these people. Now, these are the Bloodborne. They are dedicated to the single goal of wiping out all life in the galaxy except their own, and as a result of that we're having a bit of a scrap. So that's fine, and that's where we are, because we're actually winning the scrap this time. 3 or 4 episodes ago we lost this system and they killed a lot of our people and made us very unhappy. We've taken that back in the last episode, and we are now just in the process of claiming all of this stuff for the first time. My aim, if I can get there before this war thing times out, is to get down to this planet and take all of these on the way so that we can have a nice, easily defensible choke point in this system. Because, okay, there's a lot of places where they can come in from, but it is a system where they have to go through this system. So if we can stick a really big defensive space station in here and maybe a little fleet just to back it up, then any attack they make in the future, we can just sort of go, yeah, we'll be fine. It's just also a good place to have as a staging point for if we want to move forward. So that's probably enough kind of that's the situation chat. Let's, complete. Instead of doing that, get on with the business at hand, which is capturing this starbase, these 2 systems, and this. What's that? Who are these guys? Don't know who they are. Well, we're going to meet them in a minute, so we don't worry about that. We'll worry about it in a minute. I do like to do this by kind of ignoring what's going on and just focusing on the war, and there are people who are probably going to say that that's not what you should be doing. You should be pausing the game and flitting around and doing other stuff, but I find if I do that, I end up getting things wrong, making terrible mistakes. or forgetting things. It's basically like YouTubing whilst playing the game. I mean, there are some horrible things I did wrong earlier on. We do have a lot of star bases now. Let's complete. Deal with that. We don't want that many. Right, they captured that. Good. Let's get on with it. What we are worrying about is this number down here. If that reaches 100%, then these guys we're fighting can go, hey you, it's a stalemate. And that would be bad. Because that means that we're ending the war as well. Because it was actually these guys who started this war. It wasn't us. I'm just checking something and I'll explain why in a minute. Right, I want star fortresses to finish before I collect this, because it's going to unlock a thing which should then let me start building space bases. I think. I might have that wrong. I might just do it anyway. Let's do it anyway. Pause the game a second. So, we are looking for the one with the star bases. Voidborn. What do we need for Voidborn? Star Fortress technology. Is this Star Fortress technology? I said pause. Star Fortress technology. Right, so slightly suboptimal. I am going to wait because Star Fortresses would be awesome. Right, we also have hit maximum resources over here. So this is where things are going slightly wrong. Because I've been in this war for a bit too long. I'll tell you what, we're quite near the end of the war. I'm going to let it slide. Pew, 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 pew. Well done. There's another one. Let's go grab this. Press the reinforce button, spend all that money. Have another trail of ships. What you do find eventually, we're at that point in the middle of the game now where our empire is massive but not particularly very well technologically advanced, and as a result of that it takes flipping ages to fly anywhere. That is just this one. Pow, 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 pow. Awesome. And we found their home world, giving us a massive buff of unity, loads of extra science. Let's just quickly check that out. There it is. And in a minute we'll send somebody in here to mine all of that. That'd be brilliant. Look at that. What a fantastic system. Hooray! Yes, of course. I forgot about that. I didn't twig. We found the cool subterranean alien empire living underneath the planet that we colonised, and then, of course, it was the planet which got taken away from us. So we're back. We're back having a relationship with our sort of troglodyte neighbours. How cool is that? Right, 2 more systems. This one and then that one. Where's the ships that we're going to need to capture a planet? Let's send them down here. We should be quite easily able to fly in here, smash this up, and then fly up here. In fact, we don't even need to look at it. We can just watch that immediately lose all of its shields and armour, and then done, good. And then this is where we're ending up. So we want to capture this system, and we want to claim this planet. Where's the planet? Oh, we met some happy-looking starfishes, and they are fanatic authoritarian xenophiles. Well, they love everyone, but they are the exact opposite of the type of people that we want to hang out with. Hey, we met some more people as well, and these guys are nice, but warriors. Okay. And they're also cockroaches, which is fine. Let's just pause the game a second and go and have a look at the galaxy map, because that's probably changed a few things. Oh, look. So those cockroaches aren't going to last very long. Democratic Crusaders. They're actually exactly the type of people that we would like to be hanging out with, but I think they've only just made it into space. Because they are inferior, pathetic, and pathetic. And they are also a vassal of these other guys. who are the lovely starfish. And when I say lovely, I mean horrible. But that's okay. So we are going to blow up this starbase, and then we are going to hopefully end the war shortly after that. Bow, 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 bow. When we do get to a bit later where we have some really juicy space wars involving thousands and thousands of spaceships, I will slow the game down so we can watch them all.
Construction complete.
Yeah, stitch that.
Survey complete.
And where are my soldiers? Let's just have a look. How many armies? They've only got 2 armies. That'll be fine. This won't take very long. Just need to wait for them to arrive. It may take a while. That might have mucked this up by being silly. Hello. Oh, you're artisans. Hello. Hi there. Do we want to commission some art? Possibly not. Tell us more. Ah, okay. You're artisans. Nice. What if we become a patron? 10-year deal for 3 grand. And that will give us some extra unity and a buff to their... They will like us more. Let's do that. It's only energy. Well done. You can commission an art piece. It costs about a bunch of cash, and then you can stick it somewhere as a sort of a building, and it will do all sorts of good to wherever you've stuck it. But I'm not going to do that. For one thing, we don't quite have the time. For the second thing, I'm not a big fan of art. Now, we've just given away all of our money, so we didn't want a shrine anyway. Scientists, you've finished. Well done. Go back here and research. Thank you. And you need to go in there and build a starbase. Which reminds me, you need to go here and build a starbase. You, having finished researching that, probably there. So we can't go there because there's an awful scavenger bot thing there. Now that is going to be awesome, but not for a while, because you can get these ancient battleships which are massive, and you can get science out of these derelict ships, but you do have to blow up a world-destroying orb of death before you can do that. So, you know, pros and cons. What are you doing? Nothing. Have I just spent all my influence? Yes. Probably hang out then? Yeah, hang out. Don't do anything. Meanwhile... Okay, war exhaustion. They can end the war anytime within 20 months. I do need to wait here.
Technology discovered.
Ah, the war's ended. Damn. Okay.
Construction complete.
Okay, well, we got almost exactly where I wanted to be, and then failed due to time. That's okay. That's okay. Now, I don't need all of these star bases. That's something I know for a fact. So this one, for example, where I built it up a little bit, I do not need that. I think what we're probably going to do is build this one up. I'm going to give it a shipyard. Going to give it some guns. Going to give it a listening post, maybe? That would give me better ship weapon range. I think I will do that. Okay, now the war's ended, so I need to fix everything because everything's gone really bad. That's better. Stability. Approval's going up. Got some places. We need a governor. Let's get a governor. You're not doing anything. You can go and govern there. That'll cheer people up. Right, we need some unity building. And what else do we need? This is making an awful lot of food. Or at least it would be if there was anyone living on it. I don't think it really matters, so I'm going to put a research lab down. Yeah. That'll do. Right, what we got going on here? You got space for 2 buildings. We have 0 crime. We have 2 unemployed people. Plenty of housing space, so that's fine. Plenty of amenities, so that's also fine. We can upgrade that, which will cost us not a great deal. We can also upgrade that, which will give us more science. Let's do that. Do we want to build anything? Like a hollow theatre? We've already got a hollow theatre. Do we need luxury apartments? Difficult. Difficult to work out what we need. Let's not do anything for the minute. What about here, though? That needs to happen. And probably... just looking at my numbers across the top, and I think it is actually these which are the problem. And so if we upgrade, it costs us another crystal. What's our crystal income? At the moment it's at +1. So we can afford to do that. And we've got 2 exotic gases coming in, so we can afford to do an extra bit of science as well. Let's do that, and then let's build an energy grid here. Energy grid? Where have you gone? I've already got one. Oh, I've already got one. Okay, what about something to increase our production of... Is there a building which allows you to do more... more engineering? I'm not sure there is. Okay, that's great. Let's go for some cloning. That's cool. In 11 months' time we will be able to select the thing which allows us to start building bases in space. Where was this? Why are you an anchorage? How bizarre. Yeah, we got a lot of starbase stuff to do. We need to prune back some of these starbases because this guy's gone a bit nuts. That's a gateway, that's a natural wormhole. Can I explore natural wormholes? Oh, I can. Okay. I'm going to get a science ship to do that then, and then I will get another one to come and do that down here, unless it's linked, which it might be. That would be cool. Right, we got tropical, massive tropical world, and some debris. Where's my science ship? You're over here. Busy? Yeah. Construction ship, what are you doing? You haven't got any stuff. apparently somebody's moved in somewhere where we can have now Savannah worlds. Is it the penguins? Oops. This normally happens, by the way. After a war, you generally find yourself going, "What the hell? What? So yeah, it is. We've got the penguins, who are well, there's Savannah preference. Thing is, they were horrible though, but oh dear. They want what? Okay, he just wants me to stop being so violent because they whatever. Then they're horribly grumpy. Order of the Burning Star. Aggressive diplomacy, right? They want us to be rivals with someone. We want us to be an overlord. They want us to do all sorts of things which I don't want to do. What have we got going up here? Indirect passive study would cheer those guys up. And if we joined a federation, that would also cheer those guys up. Basically, you want to try and deal with all the red. That would be great. I'd love to have that. And then once you deal with all the red, these numbers go up higher. But you know, there's some things you just can't worry about. Like having 5 really miserable people. Not a big deal. Where are my transports? Right, you can wait. Oh crikey, that's an ocean world. Right, way. This will be quicker if I wait for that starbase that I just told to build a starbase. Yeah, I'm going to wait 150 days and then build a colony ship out of this starbase. And then we'll go and colonise this ocean world because that will be fantastic.
Construction complete.
And we also want to colonise this tropical world too. Basically colonise everything. You've finished building that. Collect all of the science and everything. Hooray! Ah. Hello, Carabineers. Thanks for the free energy. Okay, we need a new thing. I'm going to go Harmony at this point, and we're going to get big. That's my plan. It's kind of one of those in-between war episodes where not a lot happens, but at the same time a lot of things get fixed.
Survey
right.
complete.
Well done. I thought I had a job for you, didn't I? Yes, it was... God, I wish I had jump engines, because then we could just go... It's in the future. We'll get there. I just realised I was looking at the game and it was paused. Dope. It's a very strange place to put a crew quarters, if you ask me. Get rid of that. what we want here in this starbase is going to be the normal things you would put around a planet. Talking of starbases, finished? Good. Shipyard, colony ship, and we want some of us. Thank you. To go there. Colony ship. What else we got? Ocean preference, Savannah preference, Tomb World preference. Jesus. This guy's psychic.
Construction complete.
Deviant, short lifespan, slow breeders, and repugnant. But they are psychic and
complete.
kind of, obviously at one point in the past have been melted in a radiation war. 1 month left.
Technology discovered.
Hello? Where did it go? Excellent. We found a back door. That's really handy. Does also mean I'm going to do droids at this point. Does also mean that we are going to have to defend that system now, but right. Yeah, that's a slight problem because we are now going to have to deal with it. There's another one there, hang on. That's cool. So yeah, we've got a way into this area here, which means the next time we have a war, as well as conquering that and then sitting and holding it, I'm going to have to send some other ships down here in order to try and capture this kind of arm. There don't seem to be that many planets down here, so we might be able to just kind of romp through here. If we can cut off all of the enemy ships up in this section and then just send a small force through here, that will work. That'll work nicely. More time there spent paused, which was a bit dumb.
Construction complete.
Ooh! There's been a crossbreed born. Okay, we have now got far too many buildings. We need to fill them up with something useful. So let's just do something that's going to benefit everyone. Tricky to work out. We've got a lot of priorities and a lot of things we need to spend money on, and I don't want to get it wrong and then get invaded and killed. This is a problem. Which should be fixable by doing that, I think. Hang on. Rare crystals. Yep, go for it. We can always build some more rare crystals if that becomes a problem, because we have got the space. What do we want to do here? That's just being upgraded into a research complex, which is cool. I think seeing as they've set this up as my planet of food, there's 24 jobs available on this world. That's ridiculous. There's also 27 houses available. Earth is that's insane. I've got too many options and I can't quite work out which is the best way to proceed, and that's a problem for me.
Technology discovered.
If in doubt, build some luxury housing. Definitely upgrade that. What do we want? Interplanetary Research Institute. Science directors produce amenities and all the sciences with 5 of each. Plus they give research buff. That's actually really cool. It's quite expensive. I'm going to take that one for the time being. Have I... There we go.
Construction complete.
Right, we can now build habitats with construction ships. Now this used to be a way of basically winning the game. You could plant habitats orbiting every single body in space. So every single little planet sitting around, you could just build a habitat by it. Back in the old days, the minerals were the things that you used to buy them with, and they cost, it was about 5,000 minerals. But by about 100 years into the game, you would be earning at least 200, maybe more minerals per month. So you wouldn't actually need to worry too much about that. You could just go right ahead and it would be groovy. Nowadays, it's going to cost me 3,000 alloys, which is kind of a big deal.
Construction complete.
Oops. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. And I'm not really sure whether I've just wasted a resource pick, but I think basically what it means is in the future, when we're not trying to have a fleet ready to go, we'll be able to save up those alloys, and then we'll just start planting these things. Colony ship. Let's get colonizing. Yay!
Construction
think
complete.
We probably also want another colony ship. Hello. Half Scruffaloid. So basically two races have got together and had a fun time at a party, and the result is a
Construction
is a mushroom. A talented nomadic long lifespan mushroom. I'm going to send those mushrooms to live on a tropical world and see how they get on. We seem to have a lot of people not doing anything nowadays, and that's probably still as a result of me fixing everything. Right, you've done good. Tell you what, go home, wait there, build doodahs in a minute.
Establishing colony.
What about you? You're waiting until we've got enough to go and snag some more places. We don't seem to have explored that one yet. Tell you what, come back there and get that one.
Construction complete.
Science ship. You're exploring wormholes. Where did it go?
Discovered.
Ah, handy. Okay, great. So that one is that's from there all the way down to there. So that's basically two places within our own space, so we don't have to worry about anyone suddenly creeping in and attacking us, which is handy. Handy as anything. Oh, you're already doing that one, are you? Okay. Where's that? That's in there. Okay, how about if you go and do that one? Does that work out for you? Can you do that? Cool. Right, good. Extra pop speed. What's the next thing that's going to be useful to us? That's pretty useful. We'll have some of that. Engineering research is sort of catching up a little bit, I think. Not really sure. I don't really understand why this is saying this. Not connected to the trade network. I don't get that, I'm afraid. That's new mechanics that I'm not familiar with. And once again, I've gone way over time. 36-minute long episode. I apologise. I meant to cut this off at around about 25. Too much going on. Total failure on my part. So anyway, let's just quickly recap. I think it was the recap at the beginning of the episode which has made it go on for too long. Honestly, it's nothing to do with me just rambling around and playing the game too much. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of this episode. Abruptly. We are 92 years into the game. We have got a nice chunk of the galaxy and we are gradually taming it, and it's all going quite well. I'm fairly happy. So yeah, we're going to leave it there, and maybe next turn, let's just have a quick look. The next war is probably due to start sometime very, very quickly after 2299. So we have got 8 years of peace to rebuild our fleet and try and expand as possibly much as we can. We also need to get some defense going on here and probably here. Slightly wasteful. I am colonizing a planet here, so that's great. So actually I might just build defenses in this one. But I am also going to colonize this planet. So maybe I don't know. We got 3 down there, and we're going to need to build something in all of them, and they're probably going to need to be defensive to begin with. But after we've dealt with the Bloodborne situation, then we can turn them into much nicer things. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying this series. I'm sorry that the episodes are drifting on in time. They shouldn't be this long. I will do better next time, I promise. I'll try and have a quick, punchy 26-minute long episode. I'll do my best. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.